Recently on my Coach Robb podcast, I had mentioned the utilization of the Garmin Scale, and Scott sent me an email and said, why would I suggest the Garmin Scale? The reason why I suggest the Garmin Scale is simply for convenience. And if you have followed me for any period of time, you know I'm a big fan of Garmin. I'm not on Garmin's payroll. I'm not a paid brand ambassador. I'm just a big advocate of the platform because of the accuracy of the data, the multitude of information that's available, the customer service, and the computer dashboard and the phone app are very, very user-friendly. So with that being said, I just am a big fan of the Garmin, and the Scale falls into that network of resources because we tend to be lazy as human beings. Now, when I'm saying lazy, I'm not saying you just sit around and, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're taking an active role in your health and your athletic performance. But we're all busy. When you step on the Garmin Scale, what's great about it is it's going to recognize you by your footprint. So if you buy the scale, you can have, I think, a half a dozen people. You put your name in there, you step on it. When you step on it every morning, it's going to say, hey, good morning, Steve. So the idea here is the Garmin Scale is very, very easy to keep up with your weight. Now, I know this may sound crazy in a video. Why do I recommend the Garmin Scale? Because it knows who you are and it's going to upload into your Garmin dashboard. Now, selfishly for me, trying to serve you here on YouTube, if you take advantage of our consulting services and you call me up and you say, Rob, I want you to help me take a look at my Garmin dashboard, help me understand these numbers. I love doing it. The more information that you've gathered, the more I can help you get a better idea of what's working and what's not working. I have zero desire to try to critique your trainer. That's not something I enjoy doing. When you are asking me to look at your biofeedback indicators, when you're asking me to look at your body composition, your food logs, all I'm saying is the more collected data that you have, the bigger and more accurate the picture becomes. Like when we're looking at biofeedback indicators, I don't just go off of resting heart rate. I don't go off of just HRV. I don't go off of just sleep score because they all are interrelated. They all influence one another. That's not what this video is about. The video question came from, why do I recommend the Garmin Scale? Because when you step on it, it reads you, gives you your body weight, gives you your bone density, gives you water, gives you body fat, pushes all that out to the Garmin dashboard. Now, in 100% transparency, I don't use anything that Garmin tells us on the scale except the body weight. And if you've ever used a digital scale, you'll notice that your percentage of body fat is going to change every day. And that's just because they're using an electric impedance that goes through your foot. The more that you're dehydrated, the leaner you are. So I'm not here to pick on digital scales, whether it's Garmin or any other brand for that matter. All we need is the consistency of measurement. Because as they say in the physiology world, if there's a discrepancy in the accuracy, if you're using the same scale every day, let's just say I put you in a water submersion and I find that your body weight's 150 pounds. And then on the Garmin, on any digital scale, let's say it's 153. Well, if you use the same scale every day, yes, there's a 3 pound in actual numbers difference, but it doesn't matter. The consistency of using the same scale will factor out that anomaly. What we're looking for is deviations each time you step on the scale. I have all my clients weigh themselves in the morning and the evening and before and after every workout if logistically possible. Now, you go, Rob, that's too much. Well, that's why I like the digital scale. Literally, it takes 15 seconds to get your weight, but for me serving you as a physiologist, if you call me to do a phone consultation and you weighed yourself before and after, I can help you put together a hydration strategy. If you're taking your weight in the morning and the evening, I can help you with hydration. I can help you with how your body's responding to inflammation and swelling, and whether that inflammation and swelling is coming from food and or exercise. My point here in this video is answering the original question, why am I a big fan of the Garmin digital scale? Because if you're using the Garmin dashboard, it goes right into your app, goes right into the dashboard, and it's very easy. Like if I'm looking at stress, if you're dehydrated, that could be having a negative impact, which would be increasing your stress score. You may be eating sufficiently, you're sleeping like a baby, but you don't realize chronic dehydration is driving that stress score up. Because you're dehydrated, you're going to be actually slower because the muscles aren't sliding and gliding. As you become dehydrated, you carry less oxygen in the blood. So when you're trying to do top end speed work, you don't have it. And then your brain starts thinking, I'm just not in shape. No, you're just dehydrated. How would you validate that? Look at your scale numbers. So why do I recommend the Garmin? Simply for convenience, as another way to get another way to get a data point to help you look at the bigger picture of health and performance. I do have here in the description box, if you go below here on YouTube, you'll see my link to my Amazon store. I have it right there. The only reason why we put the store together was because we've been asked by Amazon for years to start a store. I'm not really interested in making a couple bucks. So what they promised me is that you guys will get the best price possible. So please take advantage of that Amazon store. It's in every one of our description boxes of every video, and it's just there to save you guys money. If you happen to have a question about the Garmin platform, or if you'd like to, ask me anything about health, wellness, and performance, please send me an email, contact@coachrob.com. We are answering your questions every day. The numbers of emails that come in every week are going up. I'm forever thankful, and we're going to continue to put videos out every day answering your questions. So please remember to subscribe, turn on the notifications, send me an email if you have a question. Thank you for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.